Ezekiel 33 says, "If the watchman sees the sword coming and does not blow the trumpet to warn the people, and the sword comes and takes someone's life, that person's life will be taken because of their sin, but I will hold the watchman accountable for their blood." Because of that verse, I feel the need to make this video and try to warn people. I don't know that I am what would be considered a watchman. I am somebody who has always spent a lot of time watching the news and putting it together with Bible prophecy. I've shared things like this with people for a number of years, and to be honest, no one listened. That's how I ended up on YouTube. It's my prayer that those watching are going to listen, and I think that you will. In addition to this beginning to roll out in September, the Pope has an interfaith meeting scheduled. There's a Summit of the Future with the United Nations scheduled. That one is said to contain a pact for the future, which people from other countries may or may not be signing. September 17th is the Stigmata of St. Francis of Assisi. I will link a video in the description below if you missed that. The title of that video is "The Pope, Peace and Security, the Stigmata Marks" in the September 2024 calendar. Also on different calendars, somewhat different times, there's the Feast of Trumpets, a partial lunar eclipse, the Day of Atonement, Comet Shushan or Comet Atlas. Somewhat bizarre is the new Beetlejuice movie is going to be released, and that one says, quote, "Can the living coexist with the dead?" As well as the scientists are expecting the Star of Jacob to appear this month. I knew September would be packed with prophetic events, but wait until you find this out. As EU plans new vaccine passport, Catholic experts call for a pandemic response review. This new system is going to begin rolling out in September 2024. 9 countries are working with the EU in order to bring this about: Belgium, France, Germany, Greece, Latvia, Luxembourg, Poland, Portugal, and Sweden. 9 countries plus the European Union, in that sense 10. The European Union consists of 27 member states. According to Catholic News Agency, the project website describes the digital tool as facilitating lifelong continuity of care across borders. Under calls for a transparent review, it says the European initiative comes in the wake of significant challenges faced by the Catholic Church during the C-19 pandemic. Quote, "In principle, the state, as guardian of the common good, has the right to restrict individual freedoms, even in the case of mandatory vaccination, as long as this is approved by a parliamentary majority, medically indicated, limited in time, and evaluated." In his view, nationwide compulsory vaccinations, provided that the vaccines are produced in an ethically legitimate manner and there is certainty of no harm to those vaccinated, are legitimate if there is evidence that a perilous and contagious disease can be defeated. He also warned, quote, "Instead of rushing ahead and unilaterally propagating the undoubted advantages of such an ID card in a republic that is committed to the rights of minorities, we would like to see the inclusion of people who are considered vaccine skeptics." It goes on to say medical professionals within the Catholic community have called for better preparation for future health crises. The official website for this has a 5-point transformative tool, each aimed at enhancing vaccination efforts: medical tool, a social tool, an industrial tool, a modeling and forecasting tool, and a digital tool. The medical tool is a decision support system for healthcare professionals and patients, facilitating informed vaccination choices. The social tool is a screening tool facilitating targeted vaccine campaigns and monitoring for more effective vaccine delivery. The industrial tool is an electronic leaflet for vaccines to enable more flexible vaccine distribution. The modeling and forecasting tool is a disease simulator to raise awareness on infection dynamics and the impact of public health interventions. And the digital tool is a cross-border vaccination card. That would enable a lifelong continuity of care. Their website says to facilitate the implementation of these tools, they will be combined with innovative practices. Their 14 partners will unite to perform a scoping review aiming to identify innovative vaccination practices throughout Europe. By employing the Delphi panel method, we'll achieve consensus on the practices to be used in our pilot projects. A short description from a different source online about the Delphi panel method says it is believed during this process the range of answers will decrease and the group will converge toward the, quote, correct answer. Delphi is one of the most important religious sanctuaries of the ancient Greek world. It's dedicated to a god whose name is spelled Apollo. I am not going to say its name because we're not supposed to according to the Bible. However, I will read this portion of Revelation chapter 9. It's talking about the locusts that had tails that stung like a scorpion. It says, they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. That is Revelation 9, verse 11. The project purpose is to enable the efficient deployment of a suite of versatile tools, each designed to support a wide range of existing vaccination practices, while also possessing the flexibility to adapt to future vaccination practices, requirements, and comprehensive evidence of their value. This project will be conducted over 30 months, running from January 2024 to June 2026. However, the vaccination card system is rolling out next month in those countries I spoke of earlier. Under the Tool Purpose Baseline section, I found this portion interesting. The tool is screening for vaccination motivation. The purpose is to select, reach, and invite vulnerable populations. And the baseline says the invite system implemented in Belgium. I did read about that on a different portion of their website. If there are any viewers in Belgium who can add more information, please put that in the comments. Pilot projects, execute and verify plans. The definition of execute is to put to death or carry out. We must hope that they mean carry out, not put to death, although that's not excluded in the definition. One of the questions is, does the European vaccination card mean I will be refused entry if I haven't had certain vaccines? The answer is basically no, but it's up to each individual country to determine what their requirements are. In December 2018, this recommendation was made. From January of 2020 to December 2021, a project was conducted to explore whether a European vaccination card was feasible. This says the European vaccination card is a citizen-held card to foster informed decision-making on vaccination and improve continuity of care across the EU.